I don't know if you know about this. PS5 was revealed yesterday.
I did know that. I did not see it, but I did. I did hear that it was.
Yeah, they revealed the console and a few games. About 10. I mean, it has a really impressive lineup, to be honest with you. At least 10 to 15 games at launch, and a lot of them are exclusive. So I'm impressed. Hey, here, let me show it to you. Then we're gonna come back to this. Let's talk about it. Me and Sena, we just looked at the trailers once again. So first off, what do you think about the PS5 design? What's your reaction to that?
It's it's okay. It seemed like they were trying really hard.
So you feel a little underwhelmed by the reveal? What were you expecting? Was there a particular look you were expecting? Are you disappointed
Well,
in
I think
something?
the white on black or white on blue, whatever that was,
Yeah.
that kind of threw me. I think that's really what it feels like. All one color. Then maybe.
I think they made it white because for the last, I think, okay, other than the,
Xbox is white, really.
yeah, I think, so I think the PS1 was the only PlayStation that was white.
Well, that was like silver.
That's a good point. It was not white. It was gray.
Yeah.
It was like a grayish. Yeah, that's correct. It wasn't actually white,
Yeah.
but it had the PS1 was the only console that had a light color to it. The PS2 was jet black. PS3 jet black. PS4 jet black.
To that blue.
With the PS4 had a little blue light, and I think this PS5 they're trying to say is an accumulation of all of those, including the blue. That one, the blue light that says it's on. They added all of that seamlessly into the design, and I appreciate. For me, I appreciate what they were doing, trying to combine it. Now that we're talking about it,
Yeah.
and I thought about it, I actually do appreciate it, trying to combine it all together, the color palette. But it still leaves you underwhelmed. Maybe our hype and expectations are too high.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I can't even say that I'm underwhelmed. I wasn't struck. My initial thing was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!"
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that. I was like, "I
Oh, it's a console.
guess it's
Yeah,
different
it's a thing.
and-
It's
yeah.
oh, that is
That
a
is-
PlayStation.
that's
Yeah,
station you play on."
it's a station that's being played on. Yeah. I mean, you have to admit it's way better than the Xbox Series X's design, though.
But isn't that just like a square? Like
It's it's literally a peg. Yeah, it's just like it's literally a box. I love Microsoft. It's like, we're a PC company. We tried, didn't work. Let's go back to basics. We make games for people who are very PC orientated. They claim that the box design helps with ventilation, and that's probably why the PS5 stands up like it does, because because it doesn't lie flat like the
Yeah.
others.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's probably a similar concept where you need the air to flow upward. So, but yeah, I heard other people. I got some like a friend of my nephew's, and yeah, they don't like that it stands upright, and
Yeah. I
and
think it's gonna fall down.
it'll be yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine,
Yeah.
but that's my feeling that
Well, maybe that's why they made it with a solid state drive, no moving parts, and there's two versions you can get. There's the one with the disc and the discless. I don't know how I feel about that because I do not want my library to be solely online
Digital,
and
exactly,
digital.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad they gave the option at least.
but they're giving the option for people like us who don't want to
Give up.
give it up. So that means that PS6 will be solely
Well,
online.
I think that's a good point. I think if they sell more of the disc version, there's a clear path of what people want. And I do appreciate that about Sony, and that's really the reason why the PS4 outsold the Xbox One. The Xbox One and Microsoft tried to force this digital only, gamer tag usage of the game only to maximize their profits, and the PlayStation 5 was like, no, we're going to listen to these loud voices that say, "Hey, we don't want it to be changed that way. We want to be able to exchange discs." Uh, and guess what? They won. They made way more money than the Xbox. And I'm a Sony fan again. I used to be an Xbox fan. And I'm like, okay, Microsoft, you got a little too, yeah,
Big for your britches.
a little too big. What's your prediction? Do you think the disc version will sell more or the digital version, knowing how the world is moving today?
I would like the disc version to sell more,
Yeah.
but I feel like the discless one's gonna be more
You
popular.
think so? It's probably going to be a bit cheaper,
Yeah,
quite a bit
it'll
cheaper.
be cheaper, and then people will be like, "Oh, that's one less thing I have to worry about. I don't have to buy a disc." There's so many people buy games off the PSN network now, anyways. So that's one less. You don't have to go to the store and buy your games and do all that.
I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think the disc version will sell more. Yeah. Basing on the last generation, like I was saying before, how the Xbox didn't do so well because they had this digital only kind of presence. I think people do not want to move that quickly away from the disc format, and they want to be able to trade games. I want to be able to give it to my friend, hey, try this out, and I want my friend to give me a disc. You know, if I really love the game, I'll get it myself. Just make better games, and you'll have, you know, you'll have those sales. So yesterday, Sony had a pretty impressive lineup of PS4 exclusives, I think. I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know, the Xbox Series X hasn't given any exclusives, any
all.
information at all that I know about. Maybe one or two, but and there's like, you know, like Halo, for instance. I don't know if they're trying to make that around launch date, but even that's unclear. You know, Sony. What I like about Sony's game plan is that it's clear, concise. This is our attack plan. Boom, and they have a really good lineup. What
So
games?
all those are launch titles.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have really, really good launch titles. And so let's talk about some that excite us, and then the one that excites us the most. So for me, I guess definitely Spider-Man Miles Morales. Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes, and Miles Morales gives, especially after Into the Spider-Verse, one of my favorite superhero movies. I think it's a good time to jump on board that popularity train.
Yeah, Spider-Man is not my favorite superhero. He annoys the heck out of me.
Yeah.
But I do love Miles.
Why?
So
Is it some bias here?
it is biased. He's a little mixed kid growing up. Other reason is I find him way less annoying than Parker. I don't know.
I don't get that
I
at
don't
all.
know.
That's one of the exciting games for me. I like Gran Turismo 7. I'm a big driving and I've been a big Gran Turismo fan in particular since the old PlayStation days. Gran Turismo 2 still is one of my favorite games ever. Demon Souls, it's actually the one of the Dark Souls series. I don't even know if you should call it the Demon Souls series because Demon Souls came out first, if you don't know, on the PlayStation, and then it was Dark Souls 2, 3.
Yeah.
Dark Souls is one of the most difficult games, still is the most difficult game that I've ever played. I had to cheat
More than
to finish it.
Ninja Gaiden?
More than Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden was hard, but it was fun. Dark Souls is without a doubt the hardest game that I have ever played, and Demon Souls was pretty hard. It's unclear if this version on the PS5 is a remastered or a remake. I hope it's a remake, but we will see. It's probably a remastered.
So it was not the next one in the trilogy or however many.
No.
It's just they re-releasing.
Right, Demon
Gotcha.
Souls. That was on the original PlayStation. When you finish the Dark Souls games, you feel accomplished. I will say that. It's like you know that you're a certain small percentile that actually completed the game. Last but not least is the one that I am most excited for is definitely Square Enix's Project Athia. We only saw a little bit of the gameplay, but I am already in love with the concept and the look.
Yeah.
And part of me probably wants. Do you remember that tech demo that we saw?
In the cavern.
Yeah, in the cavern. I want some more of that.
Yeah.
Maybe a part of me just wants that game in
Yeah,
same
I was
Project Athia.
kind of hoping to see that
Yeah.
as a game. I know it's a tech demo.
It's definitely.
But-
I feel like it's going to be a game. Which
Yeah.
game? I don't know, but
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that when I saw Athena or Athia, I was thinking that
Mm-hmm.
it was
Same feel, right?
same feel, and
It's
it
probably
was
her running across that green
that's literally
field,
the jumping
from,
on the from the. But yeah, that is a beautiful game, and
Yeah.
it does look like something that I would really enjoy.
Yeah.
Um,
That's Square Enix is behind it, so they're
and
pretty
I'm
good.
mad at that.
They're good at RPG elements, and they're getting more and more into action games. So maybe they're trying to lend the RPG elements to the action. The line is it's so interesting how the RPG and action genres are really meshing together.
Yeah.
There's very little difference between the two now.
I think that's the way. Well, I mean, I'm biased because I like RPGs,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's the way it should be because you want at least I want my RPGs to have action in there,
Yeah.
and I'm not a fan of open world. I get bored. I want like goals. I don't just want to explore endlessly.
Yeah.
So if there's action in there,
Keeps you
then
more
it
interested.
keeps me more interested. Yeah, I'm more engaged in it.
Those were my games. Were there any particular games that stood out to you, and what are you most excited about?
I am excited about Project Athia. The other game that intrigues me is Kina, the Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah, that also got me a little bit. It's really cute.
It's beautiful. Well, first of all, the world they built is beautiful, and then there is cutesy elements to it.
Yeah.
But I like I guess it touches my hippie-ness of it. So you got the whole magic doing thing, which is awesome.
Okay.
And there's the whole, yay, I'm saving the world from thing. And I don't know, it seems like it's a RPG action adventure.
Very much action platformer.
Yeah, platformer. And I don't know, the little that we got about the story,
Yeah.
it spoke to me. I can't really.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Fern Gully.
I was literally gonna say that.
Yeah, and I knew you were thinking it too. Even if you knew it or not, it's
Yeah.
one of her favorite movies, or at least animated movies, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most influential movies of my early life. Like, it definitely changed the way I viewed the world
Yeah.
when I watched it as baby me.
So,
The Fern Gully feel.
saving nature with magic.
Yeah.
And there's more happening in nature than we can see. All that
Yeah.
stuff.
I kind of into it, and I'm not necessarily. But it's the Outriders.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of surprised me a little bit. But the reason that I liked it is because one of the only ones on the list there was a co-op. It was 1 to 3 co-op. I don't know if that's couch co-op,
Yeah.
which I really hope it is.
Yeah.
Because they're getting away from that, and that is one of the things I enjoy about playing games is sitting there and like talking your way through it. I'm going to go here, you do there, or help me here, I found this.
It's really a mystery why the couch. I mean, we know why.
Yeah.
You can sell more
You can
discs
sell more
if
discs.
it's online, and they have bridged the gap with online. You can speak to your friends and
Yeah, but you don't get the.
But there's
You're not connected. Like
some
sitting,
energy in the same room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sitting there next to the person, being like, "Oh, this worked. Come here."
Yeah.
I don't know. I really.
Hope that's co-op.
Yeah, I miss
couch co-op,
I
yeah.
miss the couch co-op games, and
Person online shooter. Are you still as excited?
no.
No. Let's hope it's co-op.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it still looks interesting. Game conference.
E3.
E3. Was it back at E3 this year, and they're showing us the potential?
Well, E3 was canceled this year.
Okay, then it wasn't E3. It was something. They're showing us all the like new games, and every single one of them were scary. Like everything
Oh.
on that list was horror, and I was like,
So what you're referencing to is the Xbox Series X's games.
"Oh, is that what it
Yeah.
is?" Well,
They revealed their lineup was just all horror.
Yeah, well,
like
I can't-
Scorn.
I can't get an Xbox because every single game they have is horror, and I'm a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
And I like going through this list. I was like, hey, there's actually stuff I can play.
Nice, colorful
It
adventure.
doesn't have to be colorful adventure. It can be like gritty, shooty games. I just don't want it to be scary. Like, I don't want...
Yeah.
I mean, there was Resident Evil. That's pretty scary. But yeah, I'm glad that the PS5 took scaredy cats like me into account and then make every single one of their games scary.
Well, that goes back to what we were saying earlier. The Xbox and Microsoft have geared themselves towards hardcore. They have always been the hardcore segment.
Yeah.
But it looks like they push themselves into a deeper corner, being with people that are not only hardcore but PC hardcore, and so that's when you get that deep into it, you get mostly shooters, horror, and gore, lots and lots of gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the PlayStation is trying to has always
Include everybody.
yeah it always tries to be in the center, while Nintendo's on the far left of it all, where it's more kiddie games,
Yeah.
more casual, people who don't want to see blood at all. Usually would get something with Nintendo.
Yeah.
So PlayStation is just following that trend. We're right in the middle. We can be hard and edgy, not too hard and edgy, not too kiddie.
Yeah.
Just something in the middle.
And
so
that's where I live, because I don't mind the shooting.
Yeah.
I don't mind the blood.
Yeah.
But I don't like gratuitous violence.
Way of saying it. So PS5. Is it going to be the front runner in the next generation consoles, you think, between the Switch and the Xbox Series X?
Yeah.
Yep. Definite winner?
Yep.
I think so too. I think the PS5 has positioned themselves to be number one once again. Xbox Series X, I think they've lost the magic. Whatever they had in the community, I think it's lost. Especially if you. So another thing about the Xbox Series X is that all the games are available on the PC. So it's like
what's the point?
Yeah, it's like well, just get a PC then. So, and the Switch has all and will always forever be. The Nintendo will always be a very specific segment of type of players. It will never be.
Yeah, they're not
down
going
the
to
middle.
lose their market, I don't think.
No, but
they're
they won't
not
gain
gonna
new
gain-
people.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's our reaction of the PS5. I think it's going to be a great hit this holiday season. I might get one. I'm probably going to get the disc version.
Yeah.
It's probably going to cost me $800, but maybe it's worth it. There are definitely some games in there that I must have this holiday season, though. So they may convince me.
I don't mind I would definitely get it.
Yeah.
But I probably would hang on to my PS4 for a little longer.
Just to, especially to make sure they get all the kinks out.
Get all the bugs out.
Yeah, because you're gonna have some red rings of death. For my old school players, you know what that means.
Or randomly ejecting discs.
Like our first PS4.
Our first PS4. I'll hold on to my PS4 for a little bit, and then version 2 or 3 PS5. Hopefully the price drops a little bit.
I think I'm with her. All right. Thanks for joining. And I guess I'll see you next time. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. And we have some really exciting stuff coming up, guys. So, stay tuned. So, peace.